following the signs. How are we all? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a collective message, and I've pre-drawn some cards here, and this collective that I'm picking up on is beautiful, really. You are gorgeous. If no one has told you that already, but I should. From the energy I'm getting from this, you're starting to accept that about yourself now. So let's dive in. A lot could come up here, but we're just going to go with it, basically. It's been a long day, but I felt very called to do a reading tonight. Friday night here, it's been cold, and it's been a busy day. It has been a busy day. Some of you could be 27. Some of you could be a fixed sign. I've also got Virgo, Libra energy here. Where to begin? I think I've said that, but I think it all starts with the mutant. Some of you could be 27 or heading towards that Saturn return. 27 could be significant in some way. Maybe you're born on that date. Isn't she stunning? Standing there in all her glory. Now she's come home after a long day of work. Maybe things didn't go as she'd hoped for the day. Maybe it had been stressful. Maybe she was sick of everybody's shit. When she came home, started to take off that uniform and that outside world mask, she looks at herself lovingly in the mirror and comforts herself and reminds herself all those beautiful parts that she loves about her. Now, the mutant is very symbolic of self-acceptance. Not always. Not always has this individual been this way. And you may resonate with this. For a long period of time, you could have really hated all those parts of you that made you unique. Why am I fucking different? Why don't I find that funny? Why do I do it this way? Why aren't I included in that? But where you're currently at, none of that matters anymore. Has that come at the cost of, a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak, and a lot of having to work through healing? Yes, indeed it has. And from the spread we have here, this whole spread is about you coming into yourself. Now, people sort of look at the concept of healing these days, and it's something that actually really fucking shits me about, about social media and technology. Yes, it's a wonderful tool for us all to get out there, but it's also it's become a bit of a trend to be spiritual. It's this, and it's to the extent where it's almost made a mockery of to some degree. There's not a great deal of level of respect around the sacredness that can come with certain philosophies or practices, and it exploits in a sense. But you are now in a space where you're accepting certain parts of yourself that for the longest period of time you've not been happy to uphold, based on the fact that it's alienated you at different times. It's had you on the outside. This is never easy. But your angel guidance here is really blessing this emergence that's coming forward to you at this time. You're awesome in so many bloody ways, and you're beginning to trust and reveal your true nature more easily. At one time, you probably did believe that you had to hide your feelings from others or even from yourself. And your angels are really guiding you to honor your true feelings by expressing them to yourself and to others. We've got the Cuprite here. Now, I'll be completely honest, I've never actually heard of a Cuprite until pulling this card, but it's actually the feminine stone of Hermitite. And this stone really supports deep emotional healing, self-transformation on a very deep level. And this sort of ties in with all of this. It's like, yes, you're really coming into this space of self-acceptance, but it hasn't been an easy journey for you. We've got the Yud, the Destiny card here that came up for you, which really did tie in with this so beautifully. Now, the Yud is just holding that up there because the artwork really does intrigue me. But like, basically a Yud is it's an aspect between planets. You've got two planets that are at 60 degrees apart, but both of them are 150 from the third. And it's not always considered a pleasant placement. The Yud is there as like it's fated, it's destiny, and it brings amazing rewards. However, it is a very difficult task to work through the things that are presented to you about yourself. Now, if you also have this aspect within your natal chart, like you could have grown up feeling like you didn't fit in, even with family, could really have grown up as the black sheep outside or just not felt supported. Like you could be feeling like a real lack of support, or that is where you've been. No one's really particularly understood, or you haven't felt understood, if that makes sense. I did want to actually read you a part from the book here. Firstly, awesome quote, "A person often meets his destiny on the road he took to avoid it." And ain't that the fucking truth? You know, we can't escape certain parts of ourselves. Like they're always going to present themselves somewhere, whether that be in another individual or the areas in which we're led to seek out. Where was it? So when this card presents itself in a reading, it means that the situation may be chaotic or may soon turn that way. It will be hard to see any clear path because of the chaos, but it will be important to weather through it all. This is not always bad because it is a process of finding what works and what isn't functioning. And now will be the time to be scaling things down and weeding out what's unnecessary. But more than that, this card is about finding your own truth, even though that truth may not be reflected through others. You may wish for more support when this card comes up, and you will have to manage this all on your own. And it's intended to be that way, guys. It denotes a time to voyage inward and to come to your own truth. There really isn't anyone who has the tools or is more capable to do this. Like, this isn't a time to ask someone, like, do you think I should work on the fucking trauma? Or no, this is about you really connecting in and sinking in comfortably to trust yourself. Because you could be feeling intuitively led to certain things at this time, or be having things presented. Emotions and different feelings have been coming up for you recently, and you could have been quite easily noticing a pattern within that. We've got the red jasper here also, which was healthy boundaries. Now, you could be in a space where you are trying to navigate implementing these boundaries. And if you're someone who previously hasn't quite been that, you could be feeling that guilt, like, oh, am I being, too strict? Am I being too much of a tight ass or harsh? Or no, you're not. This is like about practicing. And often when we are doing something new, we can feel like, oh, did I do that right? Or like, and especially now with Mars in Libra at this time is when you will really be weighing up your options and really looking into the bigger perspective of how your actions are affecting others. Or this is something that you have previously done, whereas now you're going to be more coming back into you like, it's actually not my responsibility what happens to everyone else right now. Like, you're really needing to focus on this part of you. And I think there's certain groups that you've had around, friends, whoever you've been surrounding yourself with, have not been supportive of this growth or for anything of substance to you, to be quite honest. That is really what I'm picking up here. And it's like anything that you have achieved or discovered within yourself has all been self-taught or self-led. You've got the full moon in Virgo card here. You are good enough. You know, sometimes that might be hard for you to even say to yourself, or you might say it and be like, oh, you're a flog. But with the energy that I'm seeing here, you really are holding your vision here with the quarter moon. Oh, fixed moon, sorry. You know, I'm not budging now. I've done the, you know, you ain't no good. And like, that's the thing here too with the mutant. Like, she looks in herself in the mirror and she'd be like, my God, I love the shape of my eyes. I love my rolls. I love my big bouncing boozies. Like, she's owning it and she's telling herself that. That's why, like, you know, whatever happens throughout the day, because she's comfortable within. She's not judging of others because she doesn't take anything to offense anymore. She now sees, like, is humbled by the, you know, the sadness that's obviously projecting out of other individuals. She holds space for these people. I feel like there was something else to show you there, but we do have here the new moon in Libra. And ultimately, I feel like this is where this is leading you, a new romantic cycle. You know, you could really experience a shift between now and Libra season. So if this is resonating with you, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new here and you're still listening to me. We're going to jump into some tarot here. I'll just get a few clarifications here. You know, this deep transformative time for you and the aspects that you're looking at within, like these are things that you've been you know, suppressing for a very long time, or compromising the depth in which it has hurt or transformed or changed you in many ways, different things that have happened to you. Let's check out this yard. Yeah. Be feeling it was a lot of stagnation, a lot of just like stuck in something for the longest period of time. Like, could be a lot of people pleasing, a lot of copping the brunt, and not only copping the brunt, but like I'm hearing like taking it and just taking it. It's like letting a lot just keep piling on, like even things that have absolutely nothing to do with you. Like a sponge, like absorbing other people's problems and emotions, as well as your own. A very large imbalance within yourself. But also, like, this is something that's occurred from very early on. Like, this is something that could have, you know, maybe you weren't particularly blessed with a very nurturing home life to grow up in. Wasn't a lot of support, like a lot of conditions and control, a lot of anger, a lot of disharmony. But you've always been so open and optimistic with your path and with what you have to offer other people, even when you've had nothing physically other than yourself to give. Yeah, and people are very, very quick to judge you. Now, whether this is based on social settings and, where you've come from, where you've grown up, who your family is, or the associations that are linked to you have been, you've been judged by that heavily in your life. A lot of people have shat on you, basically, spoke badly to you, and done it so in a way where you're put in the position to, it comes across in jokes and gaslighting. Some of you could have water in your chart also, Scorpio in particular. You hold on to a hope for, like I'm really seeing the rose here in the Fool's hand. It's like you do believe in what you seek. And what you seek is acceptance, connection, genuine connection. Got the Death card, bottom of the deck. There's been a lot of endings, and there will be a lot of endings to come if this hasn't taken place for you yet. And, it's gonna take a lot of self-trust here for you guys to actually know that you can do this, especially if you're like heavily in it right now, where you sort of can't see past and you are really wanting someone and you are feeling alone and you're feeling like, yes, I know you're saying this, Marion, but it's just like, it's more harder than you think. Well, trust me when I say I know what it feels like. Got the Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. It's like you still put on such a brave face. You still tend to everything that needs to be done, also while there is imbalance and disharmony around you. Things aren't stable. And this Cuprite card really governs the base and the sacral chakra. This transformation process is really helping you to continue to grow and to flourish. What's this Hold Your Vision card, Spirit? Got the Judgment, the Moon, the Eight of Swords, and the Four of Swords. It's like you are or have been in a space where it's like feeling very tied to your circumstances, to what you've always known, or maybe what people have been telling you, all the bullshit that people want to keep throwing at you your whole life. And it's really had you questioning your own intuition, your own gifts that you do have. Don't mind me while I'm just removing my cloak. It's a little bit warm. But, you've held so much in for so long. And while there's a lot, like your connection with spirit is getting stronger, there's also a lot now that you're breaking free from that restriction of not being able to speak up, of not being able to just be yourself wherever you go. But I see you really surrendering to this. you know, what's the fucking alternative at this point? They've tasted it and they've been living it and it's kind of not doing it for me anymore. And this trust in, like, some of you could have really felt very, a very strong pull, like with angelic forces around you. Been something like even signs and synchronicities and stuff are really supporting that now. It's like the more that you are trusting, the more you are opening up your awareness to the communication that's coming in from the universe to yourself. A lot of fake friends have been around you and are, you know, very jealous of these attributes that you have. You could have often felt like I didn't even know if they're good friends. Or, and I don't laugh at that to make fun of it. You know, I feel like you've experienced genuine friendship, or what you imagine it to feel like, but that's not something that you've had for a long period of time now. And because you have had that experience of a very close connection with somebody, it's nothing's ever matched up to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, and I feel like, you know, even with these friends, it's like, I don't know, I'm really seeing you in this moon energy, looking down, and the dogs just look really vicious today, especially that yellow one. Like, they're just waiting for you to, like, tell us, suck the energy. Like, I don't know, like, some of you could be very, you know, very highly intuitive. But today has been a day for talking, I tell you. There's something like people have been really feeding off your energy. And you're drifting away from that. You're moving on from that. And it's like them wanting to bite at your heels at the moment. Having to rise above, like, justification, the need for it. Yeah, we've got the Tower here, and we've got the Knight of Wands and the King of Pentacles. Something's going to happen very fast here. Who's this King of Pentacles? This could be like a work situation, a boss, someone who's been keeping an eye on you at this time, and they're not quiet about it. It's like they watch you and then like, oh my God, just do what Collective was doing, like blah, 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 blah. And this could have been someone that at one stage was really, you know, maybe you had a bit of a romantic connection with this person, but it was like they had a motive as to why they wanted to connect with you. There's no growth in a situation that you're in. You know, someone wasn't investing anything into it other than their manipulation tactics, their arseholeness. I've got plenty of prick left. Would you like some? Yeah. What is this Tower? Five of Swords, Ace of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. It's like something that, you know, appeared to be something good at the time, something new with someone. It could have been an earth sign, someone that moves very slowly And they come at like first impressions, this person appears to be level-headed. They appear to be grounded. I'm just, I know what I'm doing. I'm just making my way. But this person, like, what they have to offer is nothing that you've really been able to trust. And you're discovering that now. Don't mind me. I'm just absorbing this at the second. Someone like backed you into a corner, like exploited you with nowhere to go, nowhere to turn. Like could have been put on the fucking spot, or this maybe something coming. And no one said shit when this was going down. You're sort of left in the firing line to fucking defend yourself here. Like you were very caught off guard. And especially if this was anything to do with romance, finances, whatever. Like it's something that you were, you'd allowed yourself to get vulnerable. But you're healing now. And like even at this time, like you took it. You didn't sit there, you didn't make a scene, like you took what was thrown at you, and someone felt so powerful and pumped up, puffed chest after that. Like you got a very gracious nature. This healing journey that you're on, like spirit is calling for you to take a pause. Like you could be feeling like, I'm not sure what direction I'm needing to go, and that's based around this healing that needs to be happening. And it's not like, just go have a good cry. Like this is like really digging deep. Something like, and I feel like this links in with that new romantic cycle begins, like the aftermath of all this, like brings in somebody. This is somebody that is, has already decided about you and thinks about it often, thinks about what you could grow together. This doesn't have to be someone you've even met. This could be what you've been waiting for. This is that little white fucking rose. And it's going to come in. It's a gift from the universe. This is the great reward that comes after the hard work. And it's like, it's hard fucking work, but look what you are blooming into with all this self-love here, this emergence of you, this self-acceptance, this authenticity. The path less traveled. What's the Wheel of Fortune here, Spirit? No more of that, that's for sure. This isn't something that's going to disappoint you. This doesn't leave you feeling lack or less than. Again, this is like an end to that type of shit and the start of something new. As well as a new version of you, a new way of you doing things. When it comes to like not being a victim to your circumstances, not having to have the judgment of those that you have had around you. This person has also had their emotions played with and has spent a lot of alone time and getting connected with themselves and with Source. It's like when you and this person come into contact, it's going to be like this union, and you may feel it immediately. This is like one of those trust me when I say, like, when it happens, you're going to know. And I don't know, like having the thought of like when people are, no, that's a shit example. It's going to feel so good and so different that it's going to be hard to dismiss. Got the Two of Cups. It could be triggering. It could be triggering because it's of the bullshit that you've been through. And this is why it is very important for you to commit to this, to yourself here, to this space that you're entering into with your healing. This person doesn't want to manipulate you. This person's going to balance out those feelings, those emotions. I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. I didn't want to make this too long. We're already at 32 minutes. So if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe to Following the Signs. If this resonated in any way, I would love to know. And I will see you guys in the next one.